Welcome back to episode 6 of the Otaku Summit. We have been on a roll. It's 6 episodes in. This week, like we've been doing this for a while now. This has felt so long, but I'm happy that we are on episode 6 and more to come. Otaku Summit is brought to you by Immersion Studio and Pro Touch, and you can find us on the Solid Network and along with all other podcasts that you may be interested in. So, guys, that being said, how are you? How are you? How are you doing?
Great.
I feel fulfilled.
Yeah. Why? Why?
Fulfilled and full of feels.
Yeah.
Why? But sorry. Let's introduction first. It's rude of me not to introduce ourselves again. No, for me, may have new listeners. We have to always keep that in mind. May have new listeners.
They might have started They might start on the 6th episode.
Right, and just go back, maybe a Peach Boy Riverside.
I know Peach Boy
Riverside kind of situation. But I'm your host, Javon, aka Kuma, and with me on my excellent co-host.
Hajime mashite, Oma desu.
This dude, every single week is something.
Konnichiwa.
So I tell you all, a pocket action individuals. We were just talking about being actual off the board. Like, just look at y'all.
Yeah.
But you said you were fulfilled, Omar. What's up? Why are you fulfilled this week? What's going on?
Well, something very emotional happened in a particular series in the manga. Can't talk about it, but it was very emotional. The feels was at an all-time high.
Is it My Hero related?
Maybe.
For those who don't know, yes, the Shonen Jump came back this week. Along with that, we got My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, and all your other favorite Jump. Mike is
Heist Sundays have returned.
The golden duo is back in full action. Horikoshi and Gigi.
No, wait, no, that's the Gigi.
Gigi
Akutami. Yeah.
So life is gonna be complete now. Life is gonna be complete. But before we get into more of that, Omar, any news going on? April 2, did you see anything going on this week, news-wise, anime news-wise?
I'm just saying that I'm very, very happy and proud of Ida. I knew it was gonna be Ida.
Wow, that is some vague manga reference. What the heck?
I'm just so proud.
For you.
I'm just so proud of Ida.
Yeah,
so proud.
There's 2 pieces in news.
Yeah, you were telling me about one in particular that for some reason I don't know how I missed. Considering. I don't know how I missed it. That's like, I don't know how I missed that. I had a very lazy Saturday, so clearly that's what happened. But go on.
Yeah, I mentioned it like subtly. Like I think only CJ was present in the group when I said it, and everybody else just looked over it. But next week in Shonen Jump, there's going to be a special 73-page chapter of Bleach.
Wow.
Being done by Taite Kubo to commemorate the anniversary of Bleach.
Like that is,
and it's taking place after the end of the series. I think in the post, the tagline said Ichigo was invited back to Soul Society for a ceremony or something like that.
Special ceremony,
yeah.
So do you guys think they're making? Well, when I read it, first thing came in my mind is like, are they making him a captain? Like what's really going on? But I'm excited. I'm excited to see that. Like we're getting more Bleach. It's funny that Jump has been giving Bleach a lot more. What I want to say,
a lot more love.
A lot than they initially did.
Because the anime is they're bringing it back.
Yeah, they're bringing it back. But there was a point where it was a bit rocky between Kudo and Jump magazine. So it's really a good thing to see. It's really a good thing to see. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing what he does for the 70-page chapter, because I really do think this could be a test as well. It's like, hey, if you guys like it, you can get your own Bleach spin-off. Hopefully not Boruto-esque in the way it's been executed, but yes, Boruto-esque with seeing more of his kids, like what's going on with them afterlife, along with Burn the Witch that he has going on seasonal wise. That's in shared universe. So I'm looking forward to that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Anything else going on?
Yeah, then the second thing, like, I don't think this is true, but there's some rumors going around on Twitter that the first half of season 2 of Demon Slayer is going to be a recap of the movie.
God, I hope not.
Oh, fuck.
Yo! Okay, so clearly, April ain't with that.
No, who would be with that? Who would be with that? That's so.
Why would they do that?
That's stupid.
Yeah, that would be a waste of time because there was no. If that's the case, then you didn't need to.
You know why that rumor going around because of what Boruto did. That's why.
That's initially what I felt. No, for real.
One was a Boruto fan that spread that rumor.
But that's not Boruto too. Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah,
because they did
that for Super as well.
Yeah,
and the
God,
so
I can see why they would think that, but that'd be a total waste of time.
That wouldn't make sense.
Time and money,
right? Because you're promoting the next arc heavily for season 2, and you gave us the movie for the arc, so we wouldn't have to go through the arc in the TV series. So it's like, I hopefully that's a very poor rumor.
Yeah,
on their part. On their part. I know another.
Who's the studio again?
Ufotable.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they know. They should know that. Hopefully.
Really, they should. And if they do that, then they're really just trying to stretch. Demon Slayer out for as long as they possibly can. Okay, so no need for that.
No need at all.
But I know some other news we have is Jujutsu Kaisen related. In terms of the movie.
Right.
We got a preview. We got a slight preview. Yeah, Zero. We got a slight.
I haven't read Zero, but preview. I'm still excited.
I haven't read it.
I'm going to experience it fresh in the movie.
I am holding out to experience the same as Omar.
It looks so good.
To experience it. It does. It does. Mappa is doing a good job with that. This would be the first Mappa movie recently for a big
series.
That we'd be seeing.
Oh, you know what's a fun fact?
What's that?
Yuta is being voiced by the same voice actor of Shinji from Evangelion.
That is interesting.
That's very ironic.
That's very ironic. We're gonna get to that, but that's actually very ironic.
Maybe
that's very ironic.
Picture a tone for you.
Yeah,
I can see it. I can see them. I can see why they would have the same tone of voice. That makes sense. All right. But yeah, we got a slight preview for it. Nothing much happening, but the biggest thing is we got a date, which would be this year. What's more? What was it again?
Wait, no, it was January when it's coming out in Japan.
Oh, my bad. Yes, but not this year, but we did get a date. January. So the beginning of the year. So hopefully we won't have to wait too long for movie Zero. The same with My Hero, World Heroes Vision is coming out this week in Japan as well. So hopefully. Hopefully,
that's this week.
Yes, this week.
Yeah,
it's this week. This is why, and we'll get to it. But we discussed this again off pod. This is why we can now clearly see this is why Bones rearranged some things in terms of this season because they wanted it to bleed into the World Hero Mission. Yeah. So there we go. It's this week. I mean, August 6th.
Did Horikoshi write this movie too?
He helped. Yeah. I think he did. I think he helped and assisted with this as well.
Okay.
But, August 6th. It's releasing in Japan, so hopefully we get a winter release here.
I think they also released a dub. I think they also released a dub trailer. I did not watch the trailer, but they did release a dub trailer.
Nice. I think they did. For real.
They did. I didn't watch it, so I don't know if they put a date on the tagline of it.
I doubt it. I doubt it. They did. But yeah, you can check on that. But yeah, hopefully we don't have to wait too long.
Yeah,
we don't have to wait too long. Usually it isn't a long lull between waiting for the movie to come out. But yeah, that's most of I can think of this week. Anything else that's of note?
That's about it. I think.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's coming to mind.
Yeah,
nothing of it. Yeah. Oh well.
Oh, okay.
In 2 weeks, we might have that Blue Lock anime announcement.
Oh right! How did I forget? See, I'm not. This is definitely for the Blue Lock manga fans, the Blue Lock fans out there who've been salivating at the mouth for the anime to come out. Omar being one of the premier advocates for Blue Lock manga. But it's getting more and more likely. To brought out the whole Daniel Bryan chat, but it's getting more and more likely that Blue Lock is about to get its anime announcement. So Blue Lock fans, be happy, rejoice! It's almost that time. So I've heard great things about it.
Spring release.
I thought it would be this year. We just
that ain't coming out.
Yeah, that'll be probably next year.
No, as I say, next spring.
Oh,
probably.
Yeah,
probably.
Hopefully, it depends on how far along in production they are. Like,
right,
because we've been getting animated previews, but it's not like for an anime. Like sometimes with Japanese magazines and their manga, like when a series is really popular, this is like the sign that a series is going to get an anime, because basically like you get your animated previews for the manga, you get to hear like voice acting for characters and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, like I feel like maybe they would still be in early production now, but
most likely,
depending on the studio, they could easily push that out for like definitely a 2022 release.
So, so as a Blue Lock fan, let me ask you, what studio? Who are you hoping to get their hands on Blue Lock?
Well, Blue Lock has some of the best art style in a manga I've ever seen in my life.
Well, actually, before you continue, explain a little bit for people who may not know what may not know what Blue Lock is. So, like, give a little introduction to it.
Blue Lock, first and foremost, is a deconstruction of sports series, because you know how with sports series, they focus on teamwork. It's not just one individual player. They properly develop other characters in conjunction with one another for the team. With Blue Lock, this series places a lot of emphasis on individuality and ego, because soccer is a sport that's played 11 versus 11. I'm assuming you all know the position.
I mean, yeah. For the most part,
you have your forwards,
the
midfield, and defenders, and the goalkeeper. This focuses on the forwards, the strikers, basically.
Right.
Their job is to score goals. Now, if there's any sport that's like leading in terms of like teamwork, it's soccer, because, like I said, it's 11 players on the field. You have to come together as a group, pass to each other, whatnot, and find like that perfect rhythm and that perfect play in order to score a said goal, and then as well as to defend off the ball as well. So with Blue Lock, it's about these I want to say under 20 strikers in Japan. They're sent to a facility where
the up and comers.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're sent to this facility where it's a whole project to basically create the best striker in the world, or rather the best Japanese striker ever. So the guy who's in charge, his name is Ego, which is ironic, but Ego, you
gotta love anime.
So creative.
He told them basically, forget everything you know about soccer. What we doing here is trying to create the best striker. Everything you know, throw it out the window. It's all about you. Do whatever it takes to be the best. Do whatever it takes to score this goal. If you have to use your teammates, do that. If you have to devour your teammates, do that. Whatever it takes. It's all about you. So like, it's just like, it's basically something that hasn't been done before in sports, because like I said, sports series are all about teamwork. But then this also, in my opinion, takes the most enjoyable part of soccer, which is the art of goal scoring, and highlights that. So it's like, it's really cool to see like the situations that they're placed in, as well as like how cutthroat this facility is, because they're like a no nonsense. It's almost like a battle royale in a sense, because they're
battle royals.
Yeah, soccer. Like they get like eliminated like from the facility. So it's a, without saying too much, it's different. The art style is amazing. The characters are all very likable, and if you love soccer, you love to see flashy goals being scored. If you love to see that clash of personality, like, you gonna love this series.
y'all gotta see how much Omar is beaming over this. So he's definitely weird. But I have to say, like, from what I've seen, like the art style looks really amazing.
Man,
like it's really well done. So I am actually looking forward to this. Oh yes, and I was asking you, what studio would you like to
okay. So if I had a choice, well, everybody would want Ufotable to do that. But apart from them,
of course,
I think Production IG would be perfect.
Interesting
for this because they've done Kuroko no Basket and IQ.
IQ. Hey, listen. That would be because Blue Lock definitely sounds like the other extreme of whereas the Haikyuu it's about showing the teamwork and the camaraderie of like how these guys came from being this no-name team to now gaining some kind of form of reputation to now where Blue Lock is more so about the selfless, like, hey, disregard everything. This is about you right now. Go be the best player that you can possibly be.
Be the very best, like no one ever was.
Thank you, like Arts Ketchum out here. So, so it definitely looks interesting.
I think it's going to be slightly controversial too because of that. Because
I didn't see that.
Like I said, if there's any sport that bleeds teamwork, it's soccer.
Man, that'll be all right.
And there's always the purists out there who just like this is a bad representation of soccer.
The real soccer player.
Yeah. So like a lot of people, like there's a YouTuber who I watch, The Masked Man. A lot of people was recommending Blue Lock to him for months now. And he made a video on it a few weeks ago where he was like, stop recommending this manga to me. Whoa. And then the reason why he didn't like Blue Lock was because he was a purist. He was like, listen, I played soccer for most of my life on like a semi-professional level, and I fundamentally disagree with everything that's being presented here or whatever.
It's like you try to take Kuroko's basketball seriously. It's like, come on. It's anime done where it puts the extreme.
You watch it.
Boom. Yeah. You just like it because you like the sport, but you want to see it like done in an extreme way. So that's cool. That's cool.
So there might be some people who would not take to they wouldn't like it much because of that aspect.
Yeah, but like I said,
but for me, this was a breath of fresh air because I was like, I kind of tired of like the whole team thing.
Yeah,
and even then, like it isn't like all about individuality in a sense because they do have like team exercises,
camaraderie and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just that at the end of the day,
they're just trying to build the best player they can possibly be.
Yeah,
right. No, I get it. You still have to work with team, but they're trying to build the best player to plug in to a team. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
So moving on, we guess what we had an anime watch party this week on Wednesday.
Yes, we did.
We did.
April's laughing for a very specific reason. But we're gonna get into that. Before we get into that, I just want to shout out everybody that came through, that came out to watch. It was actually a good crowd, and everyone actually enjoyed it a lot, especially considering the conversation that usually happens when the Mac gets brought up. But it's like everyone enjoyed it. Like it's like it's good. It's good. It's definitely good. So it's a fun watch. So April, how did you like it? What's good?
I am a horrible person on this podcast right now.
For those who don't know why we're laughing, so as you know, we gathered in Discord, as a podcast and as a group, to come in. Welcome the community into this world, into this movie.
Yeah.
To come in, inviting them to watch this movie with us.
Yeah.
But fine.
It ain't just her though. We gotta highlight what the other pod mate did as well.
We do. But no, she's here, so let's start with her. She.
I popped.
And I just wanna, and I also want to say this because it's like this is an issue in our fine anime community. But our fellow co-host April, she got entangled with one Genshin Impact to where she had to do a daily dose of farming on the game. and missed.
Like, if you are a Genshin player right now, you know that Inazuma just came out, and so there's a lot to do.
Yeah.
I popped in for. I did pop in.
She did.
I popped in. I checked it, and I said I was gonna come back.
She didn't say she was gonna come back.
I just never.
The lies. See, woman is lie unprovoked.
Oh my God!
I mean, but at least I was. I mean, at least
this is like when Sakura told Naruto that she loved him.
Yeah,
lying unprovoked.
Yeah.
At least I did not pretend that I was watching it.
Well,
yeah.
Oh my God!
So
at least you were there.
Other part, mate. She was there, but not in spirit.
Naughty, but not in spirit. Not in spirit.
She literally fell asleep,
drifted off into the spirit realm.
Yeah.
She did. But it's okay. Like I said,
I will do better.
Everybody had fun. Everybody had fun, and they enjoyed themselves, and they loved the movie. So that's the most important part. So I just want to. If I missed anybody, I apologize because I'm trying to pull from the conversation that was happening. But no, shout out to Zari, Hutch Dutch, Marshmallow, Ash, to name a few. Yeah, it was some more. In the actual call, who may not have commented, but shout out to everybody because it was like I said, it was fun. You guys came out, you came to watch, you were supportive.
You did better than me.
Nobody knew. Yes, you did. But I just want to get an impact. Like I just want to release the whole that I was on our anime community, but that's a different story altogether. But especially because a lot of people didn't. This is a lot of people's first time with Evangelion, in the series itself. So that was an exciting aspect as well. So I got an opportunity to explain a lot about Evangelion, what the series is about. It was good to get a refresher on it as well. It was good. And I literally forgot about a lot of the undertones that happened.
What was your experience, Omar?
Ava, like the last time I watched that movie was probably like 2018, I think, was when I first watched it. Okay. So it was a while ago for me, and I had a vague like understanding of Ava before I went into it, but then as I was watching it, I just was like, I remember Shinji taking like forever to get into Ava. So I really appreciated the fact that they didn't waste any time. When he just went in like I mean, he was bitching at first, but then
Shinji,
when he realized that they was about to send this injured girl inside this machine,
I just want to say I love that how everybody immediately realized how emotional and depressed Shinji was.
Yeah,
from rappers like this kid needs help. This kid needs help.
No, he worse than Deku. He is.
Oh no,
he on a whole other.
No, because Shinji is depressed and has little mental issues along with daddy issues.
Yeah,
so it's like a whole rampant amount of things that's going on in that boy's head.
But I totally forgot like how raw and like regal Evangelion was, because like when he first went into the Eva, like I just was like this is like an organic being. This isn't necessarily a machine.
Yeah, you tend to forget about that.
Yeah. So like I just was like, yo, this dark. Like
no,
I totally forgot about this.
It is. It's like
dark and brutal.
And
because like when he was impaled in the eye, like it was like both Shinji and the organic thing was reacting in pain, and then he went out of control and he just was like pummeling the thing.
The angel and everything. It's like, but even like that has one of the most iconic scenes when I talked about too, is like with Shinji kind of like in the Eva, like he's in this kind of like delusional state, and he's just walking, it's just the blood from the angel that's dropping from the sky, like so many stuff. And I just remind me, it's so funny. Our producer Cam is like in the chat, because it's like fair. It's like, why does it look like this? What was all these biblical references? So you kind of forget like really how dark Eva gets.
It
gets in itself. But that made me want to talk about too. Like,
that was a particular scene in this movie that had me wondering. Like, I can't remember if they actually included it inside the other movies, but it was like when Rei was like showering and Shinji walking on.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
You know that scene. There was a scene. There's a scene like it's an infamous scene. I don't know if you all know about it, but let's just say there was a certain character who was unconscious in a hospital room, and Shinji walked in, and he took off like her like the
hospital gown,
by mistake, and then
is that the redhead?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying.
I
vaguely remember it.
And then,
that's what I said. I vaguely remember that. I think that I vaguely remember that.
If they include that in this movie, I could die.
Yeah, I
could die.
That's gonna be.
I could die.
I think they tend to be more serious in their movies.
No, the movies in itself is a retell. Like I was explaining, the movies are a reimagining, so it's kind of the original series. It's more fluffed down, and it gets to the point, and it's made to be more easily digestible in terms of the plot than what the original was prior. So yeah, I mean, it's possible they could possibly do that, but this kind of takes me to another topic I wanted to have. The influential animes, like and whereas you can see their influence throughout years of where different animes is like. So we could start with like Evangelion. It's like watching it, I saw and recalled like so many different things from it, especially when it comes to the mecha genre. Like this anime had a direct influence on an impact on like even the way that they command their Evas. I looked at this like, that's G Gundam. Like I see a lot of that too. And even,
Gundam predates Eva, but what
what
made Eva so special back then when it first came out was because like in a sense it's also a deconstruction of the mecha mecha genre, because Shinji, for one, usually like if you're watching a Gundam or any other mecha, like the main characters are actually like gung-ho about getting in the machine. Shinji reacted like I don't want to call Shinji a normal person because he's clearly not normal, but I feel like most people wouldn't be as excited to get into a machine like that. So I could understand why Shinji was hesitant to get in the first place.
He's much more human in terms of the fact that, like, wait, I can die in this thing. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Exactly.
Let's pause. I know I agreed the first time that I'd piloted, but hey, that fight just now, I saw my life flash before my eyes. I ain't too sure about this no more. Like, I don't want to die. So yeah, it adds a lot of that. It isn't the usual like I'm excited to pilot this. It's like no,
it changed a lot from
on this battlefield.
Yeah, it changed a lot from the formula.
It did.
But for me, I think the most recent influence Eva had on an anime most recently is probably Darling in the Franxx.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Even down to the ending to it, it's like, what's happening? Why y'all doing this? Why y'all doing this? And for a lot of people too, like when I was actually looking up some stuff, I was not that aware of this, but during the time that Eva came out, Japan was facing a kind of an economical crisis, to whereas only, I guess you could say, Nintendo had a surety in terms of its corporation standing. So we got a lot of businesses and corporations that would have easily been dissolved, including the anime studios and stuff like that. And Eva kind of assisted in the boom for that because of its popularity in Japan and internationally in pop culture and mainstream so much. It kind of helped and aided to like research that whole industry. So like that was news to me. So I didn't know that. For all of you there who refuse mecha and say that, hey, a mecha saved anime. Exactly. A mecha had a hand in keeping anime afloat. So there you go.
Exactly.
There you go. So you guys, do you guys feel that there any other animes that I could read from a list, but off the bat, do you guys feel like any animes you can think of that have Sailor Moon is definitely one, obviously.
Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z also had. And Naruto. True. You can also see some Naruto influence in some animes as well. Some, I guess it's probably like the basic shonen formula.
Well, I could definitely say in terms of My Hero,
you could see
Hori did look at Kishimoto's, and I've said this before. He has taken like concepts that Kishi had and made it much better, especially when it comes to having such a diverse and interesting cast. And making sure that hey, you use that cast and keep them in the eyes of the reader and the watcher. Whereas they don't just drift apart and they have like actual development and you can you can say it has that point. And that's the point. I think, and this doesn't.
You probably see a drop of it in Demon Slayer. A drop of it.
I think Demon Slayer is too early to really say like how like influential it is. Flame of Raka is definitely
I'm not saying that Demon Slayer is influential. I mean, you can see a teeny drop of Naruto influence.
Of course.
The upper ones,
Without a doubt.
I guess you could use Bleach as an influence too with the Hashira because the captains.
Because their dress.
But like I said, Flame of Raka too, because I started the whole battle manga, battle-esque stuff. I know that had an influence on Yu Yu Hakusho, if I remember correctly. That they'll help influence Yu Yu Hakusho and some of the other battle tournament style stuff. Then of course Akira.
Yeah.
Akira is probably the most iconic cult classic.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Akira was
I have to at least watch
that
Akira
anime that kind of helped to shift the tone of like, well, this is just for kids.
But
when you're watching this, like, whoa, wait a minute, this is deep. This is not like what's going on in this. So it kind of helped in that too. It was like giving you more mature anime, but deeper tones, deeper concepts.
Graphic.
Right. Graphically, it was Akira was good.
I have one, but I want to check something else. But Ghost in the Shell is that
Ghost in the Shell was one I actually saw. Yeah, sci-fi helped had a deep influence as well.
Yeah.
Ghost in the Shell was definitely one.
Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon.
Jesus.
Yu-Gi-Oh
has so many clones.
All the clones.
Yo. Yu-Gi-Oh!
I think Yu-Gi-Oh is probably like
Yu-Gi-Oh is
the first one that really
stood out
and started in terms of the whole we're gonna center the anime around a certain type of game.
Right, and we're gonna market it off
we're gonna make money.
The clones that Yu-Gi-Oh has is underrated. Like Yu-Gi-Oh has clones.
Upon clones.
And Pokemon too. Like especially now I'm seeing more and more. It's like what is happening? It's a ton of clones.
All right. Well, one clearly came out before the other, but I'm going to mention both because they both have a lot of clear influences to this day. Fist of the North Star and JoJo. Because both of them started in the 80s. You could say that they're essentially like the grandfathers of like battle shonen.
Can I say? I used to confuse Fist of the North Star and JoJo.
Yeah, me too. I thought they were the same thing.
I really used to confuse Fist of the North Star and JoJo. I thought they were the same thing and just named differently.
Yeah.
I thought
one was a Japanese
name, right? It was just the English name. Like 100%. But no, yeah, you're right. The battle show and stuff, it does have a huge influence that. And then you have Slam Dunk as well when it comes to the sports genre. That was one of the first more popular stuff from that genre that kind of shot off, but that's
I trying to think of
if there's a horror anime that started off.
I mean Junji Ito's stuff. Well, that stuff started off as like I think manga or novels or something like that. I can't remember, but he's who they call the king of horror in Japan.
Oh, okay.
Junji Ito.
I don't think I've ever seen any of his stuff.
I haven't read any of his stuff, but I've seen images.
You know, that series Uzumaki that's coming out soon.
Oh yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm actually looking forward to seeing that. I actually anticipating that one.
Yeah, and what about romance anime? Like, what would you say?
That's a good question. Romance.
Gosh, I'm trying to go way back.
That's a really good question. Huh.
Gosh, I can't
romance wise?
There's a lot. I can't remember.
I think
Vicky will probably be more.
She might.
She'll probably be better.
I know somebody who would probably.
Sailor Moon didn't have like a
Sailor Moon was more influential with the magical girls.
Stuff like that.
Like she's more influential with that. Yeah. She's really influential with the
romance. Yeah.
Okay.
What was a good romance?
I don't know. I
know Tenchi definitely has a hand in
harem.
The harem.
Yeah.
The harem and EP stuff.
Definitely Tenchi.
Tenchi is probably at the top, like one of the top of being influenced because we have so much stuff in that falls within that realm and that genre.
Yeah.
Now, heavily you can go back and say,
I'm trying to think if Inuyasha had any influence or anything.
Yes, because you said Naruto for Demon Slayer. I actually feel like Inuyasha had a lot to do with it. Because I remember first watching Demon Slayer and saying this really feels like a very modernized Inuyasha. I got Inuyasha vibes in a sense from it.
A not so good modern version.
I'm
so
could
disappointed
right now.
I'm kind of disappointed
in what?
In the new Inuyasha series, sort of.
Yashima, you don't like it?
Oh, the spinoff.
I couldn't stay on with it. Like, I lost interest. Like I felt like I guess Inuyasha did do the same thing. I don't know why.
In terms of what?
Like the Demon of the Week thing.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I just couldn't.
Oh, well, like each week was a new demon.
For some reason, I guess now, back then, like you could have you were actually interested in the Demon of the Week storyline.
Yeah,
and Sailor Moon had it, Inuyasha had it, and I think no. I want to say Tenchi had, but no, they didn't have, but it had that episodic kind of thing, like where this now, you want. You could let it go on, but you want things to get to the point quicker.
Right.
So I think the whole Demon of the Week or Bad Guy of the Week thing has been.
I'll tell you this: when you reach the second half of it, it gets a lot more focused.
I've heard, but it's just
because characters start to come back. And then they start interacting with demons who are actually important in terms of the overall plot, like the tree beast niggas who was working.
Yeah.
So
I'll give that another chance.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I guess that's how some people feel about Shaman King now, because it's just the old Shaman King, but it's just
remastered.
Yeah, pretty much remastered. So you have stuff that follows that old Shaman formula of what they used to do. So it is what it is. But then we started with some episodes. Go ahead. Oh, you have one more.
Since I was talking about Naruto, let's not forget that Hunter x Hunter inspired a lot.
Of course.
What did Hunter go? Oh, it inspired a lot of Naruto?
Yeah, because Kurapika, the Kurta clan, the Scarlet Eyes. Where have we heard that before?
That's what you really doing? That's what you trying to say?
We have to.
They were targeted. They were targeted by a mysterious group of rogue people.
That's what you said. What year did Hunter x Hunter start?
Hunter started much before.
I know, but I'm saying I don't know what year.
I think Hunter started a couple of years after One Piece, so that was the 90s or something.
Let me see.
I think Hunter started in 99.
Yes, 99. I think it was 99. Dude,
Manga?
you forget how long some of these stuff running for. But really, that's what you want to do. Okay.
Yeah. I
mean, I disagree.
The comparisons don't stop. I could go on. But
I disagree.
We don't need it, bro. It's clear plagiarism. Kurapika is Sasuke. Sasuke is Kurapika. The Sharingan is the Scarlet Eyes.
Listen, I can pull a bunch of Sasuke's from.
Akatsuki is the Phantom Troop.
Cut it up, baby.
The Hunter exam, the tuning exams. Come on now. Exactly.
You have a case.
Exactly.
I know you was gonna throw.
You have a case. I admit, you have a case. Without a doubt, you have a case.
And Hunter x Hunter started in 1998.
Oh, 98.
98.
Yeah,
close enough.
That's hopefully Wiki is right.
We know Wiki is never. Since we're talking about some anime now, I guess we can get into some reviews this week. I know. That's not with the rant. April had a rant this week. She has a rant. Buckle up, everybody.
Which one am I
she has a rant. You have To Your Eternity. Let's go.
Okay,
you have your rant. We're starting with To Your Eternity.
What's that girl name? The short
hair girl.
We don't care
what her name is.
I don't know. I don't care what her name is.
The
short, if you are up to date with To Your Eternity, you know that little short hair girl who keeps using poor Fushi. I hate her. I hate this little bitch so much.
What?
So
Wow!
I hate her because
we coming out with heat, okay?
Yeah, she kind of trash.
She kind of trash. Using him, and like that, my homeboy is like trying to mourn a loss of a friend here, having his own little depression, and then she comes and she's like, "Oh, hey, I just want to be with you. Like, where'd you get that form from? You smell nice. Your skin feels so smooth. How did you do that? What did you do?" And then he's just telling her, "Leave me alone." He's like, "No, I can't leave you alone." And then he's trying to have later on, he's trying to have a conversation with someone, trying to be like, "Okay, I'm going to help you get off this island." Then she parks a rock at him. And then she tells the poor man that's
she is clearly a
in bed. She tells the man saying, "Oh, well, I got to charge you to talk to, talk to him. You can't talk to him anymore like that." And it's like, back off.
We make him money.
I don't care. You can make your money, right? You can make your money. Back off. Be nice. And then she got punched in the face this episode. I was like, yes.
I know that because I
think the people come was asking, "Hey, what are you gonna do after you win? What are you gonna do with the island? What are you gonna do when you become chief?" And then he was so confused, and then I can't remember what she told them, and then the dude just like punched her in the face, and he punched her so hard that she lay out.
Wait.
Oh my god.
She deserved it.
So this episode was fun for you.
It was good. It's still a good episode because he was like trying to deal with the loss of the girl he transferred. I can never
March.
No, not March. He the girl who was taking care of March.
Okay.
Yeah, like so. I can't remember her name, and I love her. Like that hurt because like she died. Like how did you die?
Yeah, I hope they tell us how she died.
I believe they're gonna let us know next episode during the last episode.
Yeah, because the other girl who was hunting them out.
No, I said sorry. Next new episode.
Oh, I was like, yeah, because you saw the other girl who was hunting them.
Yeah,
she in this tournament too on the island.
Yeah,
so I feel like maybe she get explained. Yeah, she was.
Like she was had that creepy moment. Like I think that was like the episode before this week.
Yeah,
she was just over here.
Like, oh my god, she needs to die. Though. She needs to die.
But then he got March back.
Yeah, bro, that was so emotional.
Yes, he said,
"Oh my god,
March, I got you."
He get her back the bear thing,
the back,
and I guess he lost him too.
He lost Gugu, and then he got Gugu back.
Yeah, 2-year eternity has too much emotion.
Baby,
I can't.
It's too much emotion.
And then they add her picture. They add her they add her drawing. Like when they go when they have that little intermission and they show the board with all the people. Yeah. They add her drawing to the thing. It's like,
oh my god!
It's gonna be just like the opening with the homeboy who had the whole thing.
I'm regretting letting you start with 2-year eternity now. I didn't need this much emotion. I didn't need to feel this much emotion.
It was a good episode.
It was. What? Oh, let's get the second round out of the way. Did everybody watch Boku no Hero this week? Did everyone watch it?
You should.
Most people
drop the date. I assume most people watch it.
Like I know many people think that I don't like the Endeavor Agency arc. I do love the Endeavor.
What would ever give that impression?
Is that right?
What would ever give that impression?
I know because I've been ranting almost every week, asking for
almost
every week for the Endeavor Agency arc to end. I know, but I do honestly love it because I love the Todoroki siblings, and I love last episode. I kind of like this episode too.
So now that the arc is, I guess we could get into a bit more of that. Now that the arc is done, we get to at the final episode. How do we feel about the episode? How do you guys feel about the whole
Endeavor?
It was adapted very well.
It was adapted very well. It was
animated very well. I have no complaints.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Other people had a problem with it being now instead of after the arc that is coming.
Right.
But like I told April off pod, I think that we did come to an agreement. Like I told her that I think that it made sense for them to put this arc first because you don't want to interrupt that tonal shift that's going to happen once the next episode starts. Yeah. However, I thought it was a blunder to mention MVA the way they did at the start of this arc, because now we know that it's actually supposed to happen before this.
Right.
So
Well,
you're missing
instead of letting it go on into the next arc naturally. Like I feel like if anime only didn't know that something was supposed to happen before this, that to them it would feel like a natural thing. Like this is actually what happened in the manga.
I wouldn't want to say,
like,
and like how April was saying,
like you show Shigaraki, like me, like if I just see Shigaraki out there in the city, like I would be more interested in that as an anime viewer, because I'll be like, why is he out there? Why is the city destroyed? What happened to his shirt? But why he looks like that?
And another thing I said was that in regards to the reaction to what happened, like it wasn't really prevalent in this arc at all, because you know, like how the whole city, you know what happened to the city,
right?
And like they was on the news segment, and this is a huge deal,
right.
But like,
oh, you didn't feel it. You didn't feel it. I mean, that's how it was in the manga too.
Yeah, but like that's why I was glad they put it before, because at least if we didn't know it was happening,
it would before in the manga. You actually had you actually felt the weight more. Like you understand like why the commission is like, yeah, we need to send.
But I'd say this, right? And it's in terms of this week's episode 2, right?
But now you actually understand the weight of it.
Yeah, in terms of this week's episode 2, I felt, now that I've seen it, in essence, in hindsight, for me personally, because I don't have as big of a issue with the way they shifted it. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's a good ease in emotion, because the Todoroki stuff started to become kind of emotional, because I like what they did with the arc, especially this episode 2, when you had Endeavor now confronting his resolution to what his ideas of atonement is.
He's a very well written character. Like you might not love him.
Yeah, you can hate him.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. He is really well written. He's really well written. So I don't want to say spoiler alert because it's the episode, but spoiler slightly. Episode. Yeah, if you haven't watched the episode, spoiler. It's but Monday. So you had Endeavor now. Monday. You have Endeavor now, pretty much telling his family, it's like, okay, you guys go live without me. I'll live over here. That's my way, because you guys can be happy and what's not. And I a lot of that emotionally. I can feel that. It's what I'm saying. Like, the way they did it, the way they framed it, the pacing of it made sense. So now, for those who don't know, the preview shown for next week's episode, it's going to get even more emotional. So I feel like it's a good descend. Like it's a good steady descend. Okay. Then you have that, and then we get into my villain, and then we see a lot of other stuff happen.
I'm actually excited.
And from there, it's like just a bunch of chaos. And I am too, because I'm really excited to see what's happening about the
Shiki season. It's Toga season.
It's coming. Twice season.
Because I'm trying for
another season.
Okay, which brings me back to being worried.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I still have that it's going to be done.
6 episodes.
Why you have to say
6 or 5?
Because they had to. I
just had to. How much episodes will my villain have? 6 or 5?
6.
6 episodes.
I feel they can do it.
They go up in the they do go.
Because I feel like next week,
they go up in the mountains before they go to the city, and like a lot happened in the mountains.
I feel like with next week's episode, it's going to be
before they went.
It's going to be half of that and half of.
And then like each character had a character moment.
Yeah.
Listen,
but it wasn't that long. Like you can do it. Like
it's doable. My only thing is that I don't want them to do.
Toga's situation is a whole episode itself.
It should be. It kind
of should be.
Yeah. That was.
Yeah, it kind of should be.
That was.
But
and then Twice should also have an episode, maybe. Or
they could do half episode.
Half episode for Twice, maybe.
Half episode.
That's such an from there for Twice, boy.
Because most of the brunt of it is Shigi's backstory, and that's what I really want to see.
Because like Shigi's gonna need like 2 or 3 episodes of himself, maybe.
Right.
Maybe 2.
I have 2 things on my checklist for MVA. 1, don't censor this.
No, don't do that.
And 2, don't do what y'all do with Mirio versus Overall, where y'all come with this friggin' slideshow shit. No. Yeah. I need animation for everything.
Yeah.
Of course.
Everything.
Well,
as long as I get these 2 days, I have
censor that much. The only time they'll censor if it's like probably maybe in Tokyo, even though Bones don't do Tokyo Adventures, probably be like
Until now,
I think like if they censor, it would probably be like.
I mean, it hasn't been so far. They've shown anything. It hasn't been any
dark as what's about to happen.
I mean,
but they showed Night Eye being impaled. They showed a lot of stuff. So they've shown dark stuff. They're showing overhaul killing. So it's like you. I feel like it's good.
They're not going to censor the violence. I don't think they will.
I don't think so either.
They better not.
They're not. Bones don't really censor like that.
They better not.
It probably depends.
No, they don't censor.
Probably also depends on the. But even the station don't censor that either.
Right. So
again, like, it'll have to be like a Tokyo Revengers special case.
Agreed. Well, Tokyo Revengers, that's only because
the actual symbol.
The symbol,
that's what I mean. Like I say, the only time the Bones will censor is if something like that happens.
Yeah. But since we're talking about Tokyo Revengers, let's talk about this week's episode. a good tie-in to there.
Yeah.
So I don't know who said it last week, but yeah,
my theory about Baji.
Yes. My theory about Baji is definitely correct.
I have a theory about Kaseki. I think it's Kaseki.
Kaseki.
Kasaki.
Which one? The one who is now the third general of
Toma, right. So, okay, so let's get it. Essentially, this episode, we get more revelation about what Baji is doing.
Yeah.
Now we see Takamichi dealing with the ramifications of hearing about the story what went down with Baji, Kazutoro, and Mikey's brother, and why they have this rift now. So we find out a bit that maybe Baji hasn't switched sides like we all thought, and he's in fact investigating Valhalla.
I think I said Baji was a spy.
Yes, no.
I think I said last week. I think Baji was a spy from.
Had that theory, and I felt it too because like it's kind of abrupt, especially after seeing last week's episode. Like it kind of didn't make sense.
He didn't do anything. It wasn't
right. Fun. So it's like, why would you have to follow Kazutoro? So I get it. So he has his suspicions about Kisaki as well. I thought again another good episode.
Yeah,
we're definitely
a lot of interesting information was revealed because like how she was saying, she alluded to Kisaki. We learned a lot about Kisaki. We learned a lot about
I have a very
Valhalla,
interesting theory of this too.
Who the leader of Valhalla is now adding the
and we figure out like wait this happened, and we see Mikey had a hand in
about something that went down.
Yeah. As we finally got the first mention of what is the Bloody Halloween.
Yeah.
Right. There you go. Yeah. Now we have a tie-in to the preview. We have the Bloody Halloween arc, and I will mention this every time we talk about Tokyo Revengers that I am very confused as to why they did that preview as though it was going on break, but it's okay. That's fine. I'm loving it. I'm loving whatever.
That's what people were saying online.
Because it's a Bloody Halloween.
No, it literally had October. Like it literally had October. I didn't. So now I guess in hindsight they were saying October 30th
in universe.
Yeah.
Right in the universe of Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah.
The Bloody Halloween office. Like, okay, I'll say, all right, cool. But now, the episode, we got a lot of information. Mm-hmm. We got a lot of more backstory, especially about Kisaki Teta, because I was really waiting to see more surrounding him and what his deal was. So it seems as though from the jump, he had a lot to do with everything that's been happening so far. He's had his very. I think so as well.
Theory.
I think so as well.
I say you itch. I guess I knew someone else had to be time traveling as well with
Takamichi.
Takamichi.
From the way that he approached Osani, really made me feel as though he has to be a time traveler in some form or fashion.
Because like he said, I don't need anything from you now, but I'll get what I want in the end. Because he knows. Because like even in another instance when the second time oh God, what's her name?
Hina.
When Hina got killed the second time around, because like when he came down, he bumped into Kisaki and he was like, "You're not supposed to."
That was Hanma.
Hanma. Sorry, that was Hanma. But ain't Hanma also said something along the lines, "You're not supposed to be here."
Yeah. Right. So that's like, what do you mean? I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
So someone is telling them,
it's
doing the opposite of what Takamichi is doing.
That's probably why Takamichi got pushed in front.
Right, and we had that too.
Because right now, probably we're gonna find someone further down the timeline.
Yeah.
That both of them are gonna realize, oh, you time traveling too.
Like, oh, no,
I have to kill you.
Essentially, I feel like it's only something along that line.
I feel like that. I feel like he's gonna bump it. It's him. It's both of them. Both of them are time traveling.
Yeah,
so
but I
both
definitely feel
doing time traveling
Kisaki
foolishness.
Is either Kisaki or Hamo.
Or Hanma?
Hamo will do time traveling. It's either one of them.
I feel it's more Kisaki because the past Hanma just seems to be going with the flow of things. Because like it was revealed to us, Kisaki's now using Hanma to do what he has to to get to where the point of where he wants to go. So we find out the reason that they wanted Draken killed is because he wanted to be the second in command of Toman to be closer to Mikey. He also
that's
why it's like his plan is too fine-tuned. Like it has to be that he knows something that's going to happen prior.
I also have a feeling that I feel like Mikey might have to die.
Don't say that.
I don't know. I don't want Mikey to die. I love Mikey, but I feel like it's because it almost feels like almost every time he has to change something, Mikey is involved somehow.
Yeah, he's the center.
Because I remember like Draken has to live because like if Draken died, then Mikey was gonna do this, and then something else happened. Then they said this happened.
Now the
Mikey
would
do this.
Mikey did this
Because like they mentioned in the future that Mikey was still the leader. Of I think Toma, like in one timeline.
No, they said he was the leader of the other.
Yeah, I mean, but like in a previous timeline,
he said they lost.
Right.
Yeah.
So now they became, I guess, you can say.
Oh wait, you mean before he changed it?
Yeah, before they changed it.
Didn't they say it was Kisaki was there?
Yeah,
but before
Mikey was like,
right.
Like before that Kisaki timeline, when they say, "Oh, he's the leader," like before that, they also said that Mikey was the leader.
I think it was the joint thing he talking about.
Yeah, it was joint. It was him,
but it was really Kisaki who in charge.
Influencing Mikey, right? There you go. But so now we have it to where
Mikey is an important key to all of this.
No, definitely, without a doubt. Like he's the center because again, he's the leader of Toman, and we had Takamichi also tell Mikey to his face, like, "Hey, I'm gonna be there."
I like how they laugh and
like Shifu was like, "I'll help you. I don't believe you could do it, but I'll definitely help you." Like, well,
Dragon say this.
That's cool. Like,
stupid,
but he has, I guess he has tenacity.
That's balls, because I thought Mikey was gonna punch him right there.
One episode,
I'm gonna be the leader.
There's gonna be an episode we have to get into the conversation surrounding Takamichi as a main character. I just want to say that, but for now, yeah, I guess. But yeah, like I said, this episode we got a lot of information. We got a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
revealed important stuff.
Yeah,
to see where it's going now. So I'm looking forward to the remainder of this arc a lot.
Same.
Yeah. So I guess we could talk. What's next on the list?
Vanitas.
What up?
Vanitas.
Oh, Vanitas.
Right,
bro. Yeah, they had a disclaimer at the start of the episode.
I know that. I was like, wow.
Disclaimer.
What's about to happen there?
Listen, I literally was watching this thing. Disclaimer. Hold on. Let me get up in my seat. What's disclaimer for? What?
You know, when they throw a disclaimer, it's on.
Like, what do I have to be fearful of this episode? What's going on? But let's go on. Let's get into it.
We got more Noe backstory, and I really feel. I have a theory about Noe. I feel like Noe has a connection to like the original Vanitas. I feel like Noe is like really important somehow because like they talk about like how humans found him because like what happened to your parents? Why were you abandoned? Humans found him. He got kidnapped, and then the teacher bought him and brought him in. And then you also see that the teacher wasn't as nice as we thought because we thought like because at the beginning we always saw him as being compassionate with Noe,
understanding, and teaching him things.
Yeah, now we see a darker side to things. I feel like the teacher probably has plans for Noe as well. So it's very
I think more so plans for the book.
Yeah, I feel like he needs Noe and the book for something.
Right, and I think that's mostly where it is.
I want to know who the teacher is. Like, I just want to know what his role is in this.
You saw that animation what he did, like when he killed
Babe, that was
and like
that
menacing.
Smile, oh my god, I was scared.
The smile.
I was
scared. Listen, the art in this anime alone,
it's very good.
Keeps my attention.
Yeah, man.
Very beautiful, and then when they get to the horror and the chilling animation, it's done.
it's such a good balance because it's like you have the more cheerful and playful side, and then it shifts so beautifully into like a more darker tone and like horrifying. It's like, yo, whoa. It quickly reminds you, it's like, oh yeah, y'all vampires, huh? like y'all really vampires. Like, you don't know for real. Like, no, but if you're not watching the case study of Vanitas, like I really you need to start watching this anime.
Yeah, Vanitas like, might be really good. It might be the best new anime airing this season.
That without a doubt.
I think
above either time. I mean, probably either then.
Hey, this
episode was
I know,
hard. Oh my god,
Ren is my girl.
That's so great. That's so hard.
If you needed any
Ren is queen, bitch.
That's so hard.
But if you need any more inspiration for the season for My Hero, just like what Bone's doing with Vanitas. So it's like, listen, it's done so well. It's done really well. But yeah, this week's was definitely really good for Vanitas.
I mean, well, since we mentioned either then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, you guys might as well shift in. I haven't watched.
Oh my
but go on.
So that was a big reveal at the end of last week's episode.
Yeah,
where the demons that we all thought were sealed away were still on Earth, but they were in human bodies and they had intelligence. And demons aren't supposed to have consciousness and intelligence, I should say, and be able to talk and so that was like the big mystery going into this episode. And basically our trio of characters, they told actually no, it wasn't until
homeboy the glasses just set up Ren. He's like, I put like because there was a
tracker thing.
Because I like that back and forth what they did with the demons, and the demons like, we put a tracker on the boy that they
like,
got
I take it off him and I put it on our master. So I put on Ren. He was like, they probably can stand like their strongest person to try and fight or whatever. So he was saying, depending on how our master deal with this nigga, we can know how strong they is or whatever.
Yeah.
So they did send their strongest demon to come fight who they thought was the main character, but he ended up having to fight their master Rin. And like she fucked that nigga, bro.
Yes, I also
that was a master.
Was it Mikey levels of like, yo, why?
She was above Mikey levels. Like she didn't even move, and she cut her head off.
Okay, I gotta watch this.
Like with the sword, right? She didn't even move. He was like, why can't I move?
Because
and then he was like, oh, your head cut off. And I was like,
I just like how she said, because your head is.
So was it literally the old anime trope that they usually make fun of? It's like, you have the villain, the strong villain, and it's like,
no, what did they remember? Sword was strong, right? Like she was
just like two people fighting, and the funny skit I saw was like two anime characters fighting, and it's like, you just watching this like, oh my god, what's happening? And you're just looking at them like, with your regular eye, all you see is them still standing there. It's like, what are you seeing?
Listen, the demon was just standing there ready to wild out. And then the boy come back or whatever. And he was talking to her. He was like, after he was like, he went to move.
No, you remember she did all the move with the tentacles.
Yeah, he just stopped, and he was like, "What happened to me? Like, why can't I move?" And like she was talking to her protege at this time, so he just was like, "Shut up and tell me why I can't move." And he was like, "Oh, because your head severed from your body." And then he was like, "What?" And then his head falls off. And I just was like, "Bro,
that is so beat for beat for such a stereotypical anime moment, but you can't help but love it."
Like one thing I like about what they did with Ren's character is that they also showed like what she was before.
What she went through to get
what
to where
she went through. Because like she was alone. She was alone. Like she wasn't. She wasn't the badass that she is now. Like she was alone. She was scared.
She was a cry baby.
Terrified. She was crying in the forest, and then 50 years after crying in the forest, she was like.
She had to train herself to let go of fear and anxiety and stuff like that. And after 200 years, she do that, and then she trained. Like she had an idea as to how strong the demons was. Yeah,
and then she trained the first guy the first Edaton that was
who showed up. Yeah, and when after he showed up, that's when she felt fulfilled.
Yeah, she felt peace.
Yeah. Oh my god!
I love that. And then they just I just
yeah,
love
she hard.
So and then homeboy the glasses acting all sus in the forest. I was like, why?
He working with the first eater then who get
reborn. Like when he called him, I was like, oh shit, bitch, you in this too?
Yeah.
So you in this?
So this episode had a ton of reviews.
Yes, was good action.
And it was so funny, right? Like when they realized that the demon nigga was dead, they was like, "Oh, I do say you strong enough. Go try and fight on that."
All the other demons was like, "Oh, we
good. Yeah, we good.
We don't want to do that."
That's like for anyone who is following Solo Leveling, that's when before they had the conference call before they went to fight Jen. It's like, okay, who's coming with me? It's like, you on your own. You have fun with that.
Exactly. I get to see how they move on from here, because they have to bring someone to take down Ren. I don't think Ren.
They can do what they do to Gojo in the manga on Jujutsu.
Seal Ren.
Hey, spoilers. Look at y'all.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
God. Dead excited. Look at y'all. They ain't supposed to know that.
Okay, but I do think that they're good, because they reference.
That was a lie.
They reference
Gojo was very
invincible
and undefeated. Pay no mind to that.
But I think since they referenced her, Ren and her grandfather again, they had that talk when he says that, I'm not gonna be here forever, so you're gonna have to take. I think she's gonna have having that same conversation with her protege, the blonde guy. I don't know his name at the moment, but
yeah,
I think they're gonna have that conversation.
You can call him Harry for now.
Yeah, Harry.
That's powerful. Yeah.
I think that's gonna happen. I think Ren is gonna end up dying, or sealing herself. I think that thing is gonna. I think the seal, her grandfather's seal, is gonna break. And so she's gonna have to reseal herself. And I'm gonna cry because my badass girl gone. It's like, I'm already pre-feeling.
I have hope for a trio of characters.
I know. Except
they just need to get good.
Glasses guy being sus though.
Yeah.
He being sus.
Yeah. Oh my god. So did you guys watch Battle in 5 Seconds this week?
She didn't.
I watched half of it.
Why did you watch half?
Because
she had to come out.
I had to come.
Oh, you started
I was trying to catch because I forgot to watch it this week.
But you stopped. But did you stop?
I stopped when they were talking and they were asking for their different powers.
Oh,
and he was thinking about should I tell them what my real power is, or should I? And I guess I kind of support because I would say the same thing too. Because that's what essentially what these team battles are going to be. I didn't watch the full episode, but this is essentially what the team battles are going to be like. Because they're going to make you go on a team, going to make you reveal
all your
powers, and it's going to make more interesting fights. If they are broadcasting the fights, which I don't know, part of me thinks that they're secretly broadcasting the fights. I think that.
I never actually thought about that.
Because it'll make, because when you see them watching the fights, you
but
see
broadcast where though?
She means to the other people rooms.
Maybe the other people rooms, or maybe they have a higher class somewhere.
In that world and wherever they are.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes. Because I was like,
they look like they have almost a TV station type setting.
You're right.
TV studio type.
It does kind of look like that. What I was saying too is that with this episode, in regards to them discussing the power, I liked how cautious he was with it, because you said, it made a ton of sense, because we've talked about it before. It's his ability, and I'm copied that he's aware of that, how easily it can be nullified if someone knew what it does. So it's I know we're gonna get to a point where he has that challenge against him, but I appreciated just the him thinking about it, and
gonna figure it out.
I think the red hair is gonna figure it out. And you'll see why. You'll see why. Because but I was gonna say you aren't wrong about a lot of things, but the team concept really ain't so much the team concept. It was I see what y'all did. Y'all tricky. Okay. But
I like the guy with the sword.
Yeah.
What we learned about him. I like that it wasn't what we thought.
Oh yeah, no. See, even he was holding something back about his ability.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's another. Because I had an inkling, but I wasn't sure that maybe it wasn't just the fact that he turned wood into sword.
Maybe that's what everyone's
But at the same time, it's okay. I mean, I still make sense.
Except the blonde girl. I feel like she just.
Blonde girl's always stupid. It was I reveal everything.
But I mean, I think she's the most honest. So it's
she's the most honest. So but I think that's
do it. But the episode it was an okay episode. Not a ton happened. We got introduced to more characters. We saw more abilities. some more personalities. So it's like, yeah, it's just I guess you could say it's just start of the March ass thing, but it's one guy in particular I'm interested in, and you see that's the redhead. I think if you remember from episode 1, she was kind of in the corner.
Yeah.
Kind of in like the pink dress.
Yeah.
Oh, she is in the one, the pink lingerie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Right. That's her. So her powers are interesting.
I bet your power is something that reveals secrets. Is it?
No, the girl on her team.
I'm trying to guess. I haven't watched it.
So her power is really good.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
like her power is really good.
She could be a problem.
Definitely against the right person. Yes, she's definitely a problem. She's definitely
I shall finish the episode when I get home.
Oh yeah, you should. But like I said, it was an okay episode. But like I said, we got more personality of the characters reveals. So, but I like it. I like what's going and like where it's trending. Just the third episode. That's the third episode as well. So, but before we end the segment, I just wanted to so how you guys feeling? You guys still feel you guys to see him top animes, or there's some shifts happening now that we're deeper into the season?
No shifts for me. I still thoroughly enjoying everything, including the detective is already dead.
Speaking of that, I have Vicky in my corner.
She does.
So when Vicky only watched half the episode.
I did. I started today. I finally started today. So when Vicky comes back, we can definitely dive more. Since we see him, we may have like a split panel.
I can
so we can really get into Discord.
And I can see what she's saying. She said a lot of strong statements.
But
so in that group chat that I'd be like, come on.
I still want Vicky to give it 3 episodes, though. But when you hear this, when you listen to it, but that's what it is.
I think for my top, I think Ida-10 has moved up to the top. Because I know I was it was already my top anime when I was anticipating as
really.
Well. Like, yeah, I that was on my top 3. And it's up there. I'm happy that it's up there. It's really good.
But this was my top.
Well,
Vanita's still at the top for me.
Vanita's still there. Vanita's still there. Ida-10 may be fighting Vanita's. Because like right now they're almost.
I'll get it.
I'm loving Ida-10. I'm loving that. Especially this episode. This episode made me really be like, all right, this is my shit.
Yeah, that is
and I want to say I was catching up the Peach Boy Riverside. It's moving at a better pace. Now, it actually says they're in order now as well. I'm liking it so far. It was confusing. It got confusing about the third episode because you can feel. I think out of the episodes, the third episode, you definitely felt something was missing.
Something was very off.
Yeah.
But we're getting more backstory, getting more information on the characters, and it's been it's getting more and more interesting. Like I said, so yeah, Peach Boy Riverside is definitely still up there for me as well.
I just want to mention two other anime, Kakaki Shoujo. They also had a good episode. They really talked about eating disorders like this. Because they told the girl who's already skinny that she's fat.
See, we got to get into that next episode.
I know, we have to talk about that next episode because that pissed me off.
I gotta make an effort to catch up.
See him. Because that seems like that's
how could you tell the already skinny girl that she's fat?
Oh yeah, but before we close, for all the Haikyuu fans out there, there's Haikyuu in real life is happening right now.
Without a doubt.
So if you want to see some Haikyuu in real
Olympics,
life,
the Olympics,
watch the Japanese team in the Olympics.
Yeah.
They hard.
Ishikawa, right?
Ishikawa.
Fun fact, little anime, little treat for you guys. After he hit an ace, they played Fly High.
Seriously?
They listen. My heart was so full as a Haikyuu fan.
My heart replay of that.
The hair Fly High after he had an ace. I love this Olympics because they added so many little anime and video game things to the whole event, and it's made it very cool.
Because when they let the nations march in, they played soundtracks, and they played the Olympus theme from Kingdom Hearts. It's like that's so fitting.
Oh my god!
And then the victory theme from Final Fantasy. So
many things.
The Monster Hunter theme when that was playing, I was like, yo.
They had to do it. It's Japan.
They have to do Monster Hunter. Japan, you're doing a wonderful
you're doing
job.
Hey, listen.
Yeah. They also make kimonos of kimono designs of each nation.
Yeah. Nice.
They did.
I didn't see that.
I think I found a picture.
Check it out.
Because I had to dig. Where the hell is it? Where is it? I had to dig for it. Where the frick is it?
Oh, jeez.
I can't find it.
But we can show it. You can show it later.
I'll show you later.
Yeah, we can show it
The
later.
Japanese volleyball team, Ishikawa and Yuji Nishida. Nishida is like
Team Japan for volleyball.
Kageyama and Oikawa in one, bro. Like
no joke.
He is a beast.
No joke at all.
Them niggas hard. They are.
Legitimately.
Can the camera see it? No, the camera can't.
Camera see it.
I'll post it on Twitter. But
yeah, we can share it on the account.
Oh,
that's fine.
I know.
Oh,
that's nice.
I had to dig for this. Because, like, they don't post much of the Bahamas on Twitter.
True. I'm not. True. But that being said, we have come to the end of another Otaku Summit. I thank you guys for, again, always listening, watching, however you consume the content. Don't forget, we have a Discord as well that you guys can check out with the Solid Network.
A link will be in the description below.
Yes. After every episode posted, we'll have the link in the description. Or you can just ask for it, Don't be afraid to ask. Come chat us up
on Twitter as
well. Yes, at the Otaku Summit Pod. On Twitter as well. Come chat with us. Come, engage. Be a part of the community. Like I said, the Solid Network brings a bunch of different podcasts for you to come and check out. So yeah, man, good things going on. Good things going on. Oh, and definitely
subscribe and follow.
Yes, subscribe and follow. Do all the good things.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Do it now. Do it now. As you are listening right now. Click the button.
Hit the button.
Click that like. Turn on notifications.
Hit a retweet. Shout your boys out.
If you hit subscribe, your favorite anime character will win its next fight.
hey, and if you don't, they'll die. So
they'll die.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Oh, jeez.
And also check out an anticipation. This Friday, we will be doing part 2 of the Evangelion Rebuild series.
Yes,
we will be doing part 2. So definitely come out.
April will definitely.
She'll be there. She'll be there to greet you guys. April will be there to greet you guys with the biggest smile.
I'll definitely be there in attendance.
Yeah, so please look out for that. Look out for us for that. So with that being said, again, the Otaku Summit is out. So this is when you guys choose not to do it. Wow, look at that.
He is added the bullshit there.